what's that fury? What's the extension of the Lord Yahawah's fury? Is their missiles, right? He shall flee from the iron weapon, and the bar of steel shall strike him through. It's going to hit the destinations where it's supposed to hit. But Esau's going to flee. He's going to be in certain locations. Europe and other locations upon the earth are going to be hit, including America. But the elites, yes, they're going to be alive, right? The elites are going to be alive. They're going to be hidden, right? Because they're going to be the first crops of slaves, right? And it says, while he is eating, so what's going to be rains? That fire and that brimstone, which is in the likeness of the missiles, right? It says, it is drawn and cometh out of the body. In other words, the gal, right? That's basically the body that's the missiles are kept in. It's called the gal. Actually, the silos, right? And it says, the glittering sword cometh out of his gal. Terrors are upon him. So terrors are upon Esau. But he's trying to do everything he can to pull it off. But you can't pull it off because this is prophecy. It was spoken, right? These words are powerful. It was spoken. So these things are going to play out. Okay. All darkness shall be hid in his secret places. Right? A fire not blown shall consume him. The fire that's not blown is their missiles. It's not blown yet, has it? Right? And have you seen when the missiles come out as well, how it, at the bottom of it, it starts firing and swoosh. It's not blown yet. Okay. It shall consume it. It shall go ill with him that is left in his tabernacle. So anybody that's left on the shores of America is going to go ill with him. America's going to be burnt. Burnt to a crisp. Anyone that's left on that shore, it shall go ill with him. Right? That is left in his tabernacle, his dwelling place. Right? The heaven shall reveal his iniquity. The angels, right? Because everything is marked down. The earth shall rise up against him. Right? And there's a reason why the Abbey, I don't want to divert, there's a reason why the Abbey, right? There's a major reason why the Abbey, right, was taken out. Because he also signed a declaration, right, that the Japanese troops would be able to what? Go abroad also and venture abroad, right? And he had matters, he had what? Secret information. They took him out, right? They took out the Japan Prime Minister, right? And it says, the increase of his house shall depart, right? And his goods shall flow away in the day of his wrath. So all them goods, yeah, are going to flow away in the day of his wrath, right? All them goods, right? This is the portion of a wicked man, right? So that's the lot of the wicked. And the heritage appointed unto him by the Most High. This is Esau, basically, this is what Esau's judgment being pronounced, right? He ain't going to attain anything here, right? This is what he has. This is all going to be done away with. All of it. Okay? And this is so bad. I've got Revelations 18's missing. I wanted to go into Revelations 18, but it's missing. I'm going to have to cop a new Bible. I keep saying that, but I haven't got around to doing it. Excuse me just a minute. You can get something else anyway. Let's go to Jeremiah 51. Jeremiah 51, because there's other scriptures that go into Babylon being destroyed. Go to Jeremiah. Right? This is Jeremiah 50. Right, interesting. Right? Okay. This is Jeremiah. Let's go to 51. And this is interesting. Start at, yeah, you know what? Let's start at Jeremiah 51, jump straight to 24. I will render unto Babylon and to the inhabitants of Chaldea all their evil. Right? So yet, it's going to be rendered. Yahweh's going to recompense his elect. Right? Those that sigh and cry for the abomination that be done in the midst thereof. And all the inhabitants of Chaldea and all their evil that they have done in Zion in your sight, saith the Lord Yahawah Wa Yahawashi. Behold, I am against thee, O destroying mountain. Right? And Yahawashi, it's like it, and Babylon is that destroying mountain, that destroying government. It destroys what? Every other nation. Right? Through its what? Philosophies. Saith the Lord, which would I will destroy all the earth, and I will stretch out my hand upon thee, and I will roll thee down from the rocks, from that high stature, and I will make thee a burnt mountain. So America's going to be likened unto that burnt mountain, right? That burnt house, that burnt tabernacle. And they shall not take of thee a stone for a corner, not a stone for foundations. They shall be desolate forever, saith the Lord Yahawah Wa Yahawashi. Set ye up a standard in the land, blow the trumpet among the nations. That trumpet's being blown, right? For what? Prepare the nations against her. Call together against her the kingdoms of Ararat. Mini Askenaz. Appoint a captain against her. Cause the horses to come up as the rough caterpillars. Right? So again, that's representing what? The armies. Right? And Esau's what? Military units. Right? Them caterpillars, that's Esau's military units. So he's going to cause that what? To come up. For war. Prepare against the nations with the kings of the Medes. So the kings of the Medes. The Russians. That's the ancient name for what? The Russians. Medes. Right? The captains thereof, and all the rulers thereof, and all the land of his dominion. And the land shall tremble and sorrow, for every purpose of the Lord Yahawashi shall be performed against Babylon. Every purpose of Yahawashi, because this is Yahawashi's purpose, and this is what he wants, shall be performed against Babylon, to make the land of Babylon a desolation without inhabitant. So yes, America eventually is going to be what? Desolate and without inhabitants. Nobody's going to be there, right? At all, nobody's going to be there, right? That's just agents, don't worry about them. And it says, the mighty men of Babylon have forborne to fight. So this is what Esau's got to do. And this is how you know this word is powerful. If Esau, if he needs to make phone calls and hire people from different towns to try and stop this word, that's how you know it's powerful. Right? That's how you know this word is powerful. Or then why would you be doing that? You're being hiring what, about 100 people to try. You can't stop this word. No matter who you hire, you cannot stop this word. You hiring your flunkies. Anyways, so America's going to be destroyed. Thus saith the Lord, right? But thou shalt be desolate forever, saith the Lord Yahawashi. Right? Set up a standard in the land, blow ye the trumpet among the nations, prepare the nations against her. So it's Yahawashi that's preparing the other nations against Babylon. He's mustering the host of the battle. Right? Appoint a captain, but Slakia, call together against her the kingdoms of Ararat. Right? Those of what? Turkey. Right? And what? Ukraine. Right? That's what? The region of Ararat. And what? Syria also. Right? And it says, appoint a captain against her. And what? Mini and Ashkenaz. Right? Appoint a captain against her. Cause the horses to come upon as a rough caterpillar. Right? That's their military units. Prepare against her nations, the kings of the Medes, the captains thereof, all the rulers. Right? I swear I went into this already. Yeah, I did. Bear with just a minute. Whereof on all the lands of his dominion. That's what Yahawashi is doing. Right? The mighty men of Babylon. So the mighty men of Babylon, they're going to be gathered as well, right? Have forborne to fight. It says they have remained in their holds. Their might have failed. They became as women. So it says they were shooken. If it says they became as women, right? The men, they were shooken up, right? They became as women. And that's why the scripture says every heart shall what? Tremble. Paraphrasing Isaiah 13? Right? They became as women. They have burned her dwelling places, her bars are broken. In other words, her strongholds are broken. Right? One pole shall run to meet another, and one messenger to meet another, to show the king of Babylon that his city is taken at one end. So they're going to report to the elite saying, look, their missiles have hit. Right? But while they do that, guess what? Also, the elites are going to be using them troops, their martial troops, as what? Cannon fodders. Right? And that the passages are stopped, and the reason they have burned with fire, and the men of war are frightened. In other words, they're worried. Right? For thus saith the Lord, power of hosts, armies, the power of Israel, the daughter of Babylon, is like a threshing floor. What do you do with a threshing floor? You sweep it. Right? And it's going to be swept with what? Fire. Right? It is time to thresh her yet a little while. Right? Key thing. A little while. Right? And it says, at the time of our harvest shall come. Okay? At the time of our harvest shall come. Right? That wine press. Right? Nebuchadnezzar, the king of Babylon, have developed. That's something else. It's going to something else. Right? So we're done with that. So America's time is very, 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 very short. Right? Let's go to Isaiah 47. I'm just flying with the Spirit. Right? But you have our people. They want to uphold this place. Right? Excuse me. Isaiah. And get straight to it. Babakashah. Isaiah 47. Let's start out Isaiah 47 and 10. Isaiah 47 and 10, declaring the end from the beginning. So that's what we're doing. We're declaring the end of this world from the beginning. Right? And this kingdom had a beginning, but it also has what? An end. Right? Declaring the end from the beginning. And from the ancient times, the things that are not yet done. Right? Saying, my counsel shall stand, and I will do all my pleasure. Right? So yes, we're declaring the beginning from the ancient times. Right? That's what we're doing. Declaring the beginning from the ancient times. Letting you know about these prophecies, letting you know what's going to happen. Right? Making you privy to what's about to happen. Well, so you can't say, well, nobody told me. No, we told you. Okay. We told you. Oh, people, you got... Scriptures told you, you have loads of false prophets that will lead you in what, the wrong direction. To take that trip. Excuse me just a minute. Excuse me. But you have our people, they want to build here. They want to build up what they see here. When it's not going to last, right? The Lord's going to throw down. They shall build, but the Lord's going to throw down. We're going to go straight to Ecclesiasticus chapter 38 and 24. The wisdom of a learned man cometh by opportunity of leisure. So the opportunity that brothers have is to what? Focus on Yahawashi and to study. You need time to study. We need time to study. Right? The wisdom of a learned man. So how do you attain more wisdom? By studying. By taking time out. Right? By finding more opportunity. Right? And when you go into that word leisure is a curio. To have opportunity to do something or to give one's time. And he that have little business shall become wise. Because you're able to what? Focus on the things that actually matter. Which is what? The truth. Right? And it says, right? How can he get wisdom that holdeth the plough? Huh? And that glorious in the gold. So how could you truly get wisdom if you're what? That holding the plough. Right? You're always concerned with what? The things of the world. Right? A lot of more men, they put more time into what Esau's doing for Esau. They go harder for Esau than they do for the truth, for Yahawashi. But these same men, they want to be defended in that time to come. They want salvation. That's why you've got to be realistic about this. Right? And he that glorieth in the gold, that driveth the oxen. So, we don't want to glory in vain stuff. We're glorying in the gold. Right? And the gold is what you prod. You prod a fork that you prod your cattle with. Right? You're glorying in the gold. Oh yeah, I done overtime, I'm going to get this much. Alright, but this whole economy, you do know it's going to be destroyed. As soon as it's going to be cashless. A lot more people are going to be laid off work. Okay. And that driveth the oxen is occupied in all their labours, and whose talk is of bollocks. That's all talks. I've seen this many a times. When you're around brothers, the only thing they can talk about is some rubbish according to the world. But when it comes to you actually what?